Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? Big Philly with Poor Boys RC. Thanks again for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to stop by today. Today, just wanted to do a quick little product overview and installation on the Midnight Pumpkin. The product that we're going to be looking at today is the RC damper, the aluminum servo saver with the heavy duty tie rods. So a little tough to see on camera. This is an eBay find, but I will throw the link down in the description below. Paid about $27, I think, Canadian, to have this shipped up to me from China. And I'd say it arrived in probably about 3 to 4 weeks. So it got here pretty fast despite the pandemic. And really nice looking part. So let's get it cracked open and see what we got going on here. Start by getting this guy cracked open. Packaging, as per most of the stuff that comes out of China these days, is pretty bland, but that's okay. You're not paying for the packaging. You're paying for a good part at a decent price. So right away, we see a nice looking black anodized aluminum servo saver. This I chose, geez Louise, I got it with the 25 tooth configuration. You can see it clearly marked there with 25 teeth. It does come in several different configurations. I want to say it also came in 24 and 23 teeth as well. So just be aware that when you're buying it, make sure you get it with the right amount of teeth to match your servo. Obviously, as you can see, it comes pre-assembled. We've got really nice, thick, beefy aluminum tie rods here with the sort of offset end links on there, which is pretty cool looking and kind of funky, like for a Midnight Pumpkin or Tamiya Lunchbox or Mitsubishi Montero wheelie, any of the CW01 chassis. This is the guy that you're going to be looking for. So anyway, nice looking part in the package right there. Comes with a little bit of hardware. Let's get that cracked open, see what they give us. And we've got a couple. And we got a couple ball cups and just some screws, some hardware. Nice looking hardware, to be honest. No instruction manual included at all. Just what you see right here is what you're going to get in that package. So pretty straightforward stuff to get it installed. So let's get this tidied up and let's get it installed. Start off with the trusty Tamiya Midnight Pumpkin. She's a little battered and bruised. I got the official duct tape box liner in there. Really, really nice stuff, you guys. But if you've never driven one of these guys, do it. Do yourself a favor, go out, get one, and enjoy it. Because my first ever hobby grade RC, and to this day, it's still, I think, I'd have to say it's probably the most fun I have with RC. My wife has a Lunchbox. And when we're having kind of a lousy time or a lousy day or a lousy week, whatever, we go out, take these guys out, and they're a total blast. Anyway, so start by taking the body off. And we want to get down inside here. So let's grab the big boy screwdriver there. Really easy to access this, guys, just a few screws. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to take the wheels off. And I do plan to get a running video together for you guys of the Midnight Pumpkin. I've got a few things I'm doing to it, a couple little modifications here and there. And unfortunately, my tires have cracked. I've been running a 10-turn brushless motor in this thing for the last, I don't know, 8 years or so. And my tires are kind of pretty beat up. So I've got a new set coming in. And when I finally get it set up the way I want to have it set up, then I'm going to make a nice running video. So stay tuned for that. At any rate, we get this guy here taken apart. Pretty straightforward stuff. 3 simple screws. And voila. So with that guy off now, we can see exactly where this new part is going to go. Right there. And you might be asking yourself, why would you bother? You've already got a nice, big, beautiful servo saver on there. And you know what? Why do I bother? I don't really need to do this modification, but honestly, I want to use that servo saver on a different rig. And I saw this come up on eBay, and it was basically the same price as a new servo saver. So what the heck? Let's just go this way. Why wouldn't we? So let's start by, we're going to pop off these ball ends. Like so. Super easy. And that's going to open that right up. And then we're just going to take that guy off. Now, you may have a different screw in here than I do. I've got a 2 mil. Screw in here. And just like that, she comes off. Super easy. So the servo saver is off. Now we're just going to get the new one. And super important step here, guys, is while you've got you've already come this far. So let's make sure everything's kind of tuned nicely. Get your radio. Make sure your steering trim is nice, centered out at 0. I'm going to take my battery, plug it in, okay, and turn on my ESC. And since I'm here already, I'm just going to recenter everything. Make sure everything's nice, centered, and I'm going to leave this plugged in for just a minute. I've got my new RC damper steering setup, and I'm going to drop that on as best I can. Is Alex straight? Alex straight to you? Looks a little off center to me. Try and move it over a little bit. It's a little straighter there. So that's pretty darn good, if you ask me. Quick mock-up. Everything looks pretty good. So, let's see what they have going on in this nice little hardware kit. So one nice piece they give you here is this aluminum, it's like a washer. It's kind of tall, but it drops right into your servo, just like so. And then I'm going to take the 2 mil screw that came with it. I'm going to grab my Loctite, if I can find you. There you are. And just put a little dab of Loctite on there. Oh, oops, there we go. And drop that guy right there. And tighten that down. Bingo. Bob's your uncle. Give her a quick little test. Looks okay. So right off the bat, it seems pretty decent. I'm going to pop this bad boy back in here, and then we'll do a little bit of testing with it and make sure nothing's binding and there's no weird stuff going on. So now with everything installed, I've got my radio turned on. I'm going to plug in my battery and fire up my ESC. And I've done just a little bit of testing off camera, and I don't know if you can see this, but let's go here. If I turn right, it's really good. It's locking out, so I do have to adjust my endpoints a little bit. But right looks good. Left didn't quite seem like it's working too smooth to me. And what's happening is, if you look right here, this screw right here is, sorry guys if you can't see that, but one of the screws that's on the servo saver is actually coming in contact with this lower A-arm, and just ever so slightly, it's just touching it. It's not the end of the world. I don't think it's going to affect things negatively. I mean, I could play around with it and try and modify it a bit. But for now, I think it's totally fine. I'm going to try it like this. I'll do a dry run with it. But So that's why we do these videos, right? To find out, does this part work? Is it going to fit? Not a perfect drop in, okay, because it is touching a little bit there. So going to pop these tires back on and see what the situation is with the toe in, toe out, to see just from the factory setting that it came in, see how accurate it came. So right out of the box, the setting on these is pretty darn straight. Keep in mind these wheels are pretty worn out. This is not like a precision race machine. This is a Tamiya CW01 Midnight Bumpkin. You know, we've got some variable camber stuff going on here, so we're not looking for absolute perfection here. I'm going to be able to adjust this a little bit with the trim on my radio as I'm driving, and it's going to be totally perfect. So, yeah, and it's a really nice, big, beefy steering upgrade. So I don't bash this thing as hard as maybe I should. Maybe I'll start bashing it a bit harder now that I'm confident in some more of these upgrades that I've done to it. So, but it's a really nice, beefy upgrade. Looks really cool. Makes your CW01 chassis stand out just a little bit more from some of the others that are out there. So that's it. Pretty straightforward install, guys. Again, I think I paid about 27, 28 bucks with shipping from China. RC damper, CW01 chassis, aluminum steering horn, turnbuckle, servo saver unit. Looks like a pretty good value to me. Doesn't fit perfectly. The screw just touches the lower A-arm. It touches ever so slightly. I'm not too worried about it. Have to adjust your endpoints a little bit once you get this in here. I think it was good bang for the buck. I'm happy with the purchase. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. And please, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please consider subscribing. I would love it. Smash the like button if you don't mind. I'd appreciate that as well. And as always, guys, be excellent to each other. Bye for now.